What is up, YouTube? Just got home from work. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm just going to take a few minutes to talk about left and right misses today. So first I want to go by saying 99.9% of everything I learned about a bow and shooting a bow and building bows, I pretty much learned from John Dudley and Knock On. So the dude is awesome. There's a few things that I learned on my own, watching their videos and then playing in my backyard and shooting and practicing and shooting and practicing. I figured out a few things on my own that caused me left and right misses. So I was just going to talk to you guys and let you know it could be affecting you. If it is, you can try these things out and see. One of them is when we're doing our push and pull. A lot of times for me, especially if I'm getting tired and I've been shooting for a while, I'm trying to push and pull. I end up trying to aim with my bow arm, which is never a good thing. You don't want to. Most of us end up locking up under the target, and we're trying to pick this arm up like that. And when we do, it doesn't move. It feels like it weighs 500 pounds. And the reason being is because once you start lifting this arm, you're trying to use your shoulder and your muscles to hold your bow on target, which is it's just not a good thing to do. It's better to have bone on bone contact. And when you want to do your push-pull, a way to exaggerate it would be sticking your chest out like that. So when you get back here and you get drawn up, kind of, once you get your draw, you get your anchor and everything set, instead of trying to push with this arm and just pull with this arm, settle your shoulders back. Make your chest proud. Pull back, you get up, stick your chest out. And when you do that, that's going to extend your body. That's going to give you that push-pull. And when you do that, then you still have your bone to help you stay steady instead of any muscle groups. And obviously, once this front shoulder starts collapsing, everything goes out the window. You get weak, you get shaky. You try to get the pin up. The more you're trying to pull your pin up, the more that shoulder's coming up. And the only thing that's happening is your shoulder's moving and your pin's not coming up. So if you can think of it like, get your jaw. It's a real subtle movement. You're not going to see it, but you can feel it. Get your jaw, set your shoulders, and then bend at the waist to come up if you need to come up. And I think that worked out best for me. What happens is when I don't do that and I start pushing with my arm and I'm trying to move that pin around, when my bow fires, one or two things happens. Either I push right, or I'm fighting it for so long that this arm is telling me shoot, and I can't hold it. I can't hold it anymore. And at the same time, when this hand is telling this hand to pull the trigger, and I start rushing my shot, I'm dropping out and left because this arm is like, okay, I'm done, and it drops. It drops literally right before you pull the trigger. It'll drop out and you'll miss low and left. And the other thing that I do is if I don't keep my form good and let my shoulder come up, is I'll push it right when I pull the trigger. I'm fighting with this shoulder, and I'm trying to push so hard, but my shoulder's collapsing. As I pull the trigger, finally it pushes, and it pushes me right. So just try to remember that. Try to remember when you draw, your shoulders are up. Just make your chest proud and use that as your push-pull. Keep this arm straight. Keep everything locked from here to here, and set them shoulders. And when you do, you'll get your push and pull. You'll be able to pull through your shot. Slowly squeeze the trigger as your pin floats and release. The other thing is facial pressure. A lot of times, especially when we get in a hurry, you start getting your face into that string, and almost every time it'll push your arrows left, or it pushes mine. It pushes my string out and my arrows shoot left, or I get one of those little funky flights, and it just is not a good thing. So what I like to do on my facial pressure is when I draw back, once you get drawn back, I try not to move my head. I try to draw back. I'll set my shoulders, and then I just bring the string in real slow. And once I feel that string barely hitting me in the face, sorry about that. Once I feel that string barely hit him in the face, That's it. I don't put any more facial pressure on it. I piddle with it and piddle with it until I get that nose button where it's barely touching me. Take my shot, and it usually works out good. Just a couple of things you can try thinking about right there. Not bad. It's only 30 yards though. So just think about that. Think about those couple of things. See if that helps you out if you're having some left and right misses. And let me know if it works out for you guys or what you think. Appreciate it.